There once lived a wealthy merchant, a man of immense fortune and great intelligence in a prosperous land. His estates stretched across villages, fields, and factories. He was not only rich in property but also blessed with an unusual gift. He could understand the speech of animals and birds. This secret gift he guarded carefully, for it was both a blessing and a dangerous curse. If he revealed the source of his knowledge or taught it to someone unworthy, he risked his very life. One bright morning, the merchant took his family to the countryside to inspect his factories and farmlands. After touring the busy mills and granaries, he made his way to the animal stables where his beasts were housed. Among the animals were two who often stood side by side, a strong ox with broad shoulders and calloused skin, and a sturdy donkey with long ears and sharp eyes. The merchant, hidden in the shadows, noticed something curious. The ox and the donkey were speaking to each other in the secret tongue of beasts. He remained silent, careful not to reveal himself, and listened intently. The ox, sighing heavily, spoke first. "Brother donkey, you are truly blessed, lucky beyond measure. You live in comfort every day. Our master treats you with such kindness. You are bathed, rubbed with fresh oil, and given clean barley for food and cool water to drink. Your duties are light, so light that all you need to do is sometimes carry him a short distance on your back. You live with respect, comfort, and plenty. But look at me, poor unfortunate creature that I am. At dawn, I am yoked to the plough, forced to labor in the scorching sun from morning until night. The driver lashes me without mercy, his whip cutting into my back while the heavy yoke bruises my shoulders. When I return exhausted, what is given to me? Dry straw, moldy husks, food unfit for even scavengers. My body aches, my stomach remains empty, and I spend the night lying in my own filth, hungry and miserable. Oh donkey, I envy your fortune every single day." The donkey twitched his ears, listened with pity, and then spoke. "Everything you say is true, my poor brother. Your suffering is great, and indeed my lot is easier than yours. But let me tell you something important. You are partly to blame for your own misery. You work without complaint, you obey every order, and you never resist. If you go on like this, you will break your body and spirit. Do you not realize? No one here cares if you live or die, so long as the fields are plowed. If you want relief, you must be clever. Do as I say, and you will see a change." The ox's tired eyes lifted with hope. "Tell me, wise donkey, what must I do?" The donkey lowered his voice as if sharing a secret. "Pretend to be sick. Stop eating the fodder tonight. Lie down as though you have no strength. Close your eyes, groan loudly, and refuse to rise. In this way, the master will think you are ill, and he will not send you to the fields. Then you can rest, recover, and enjoy peace just like me." The ox's face brightened. "Oh dear friend, you have shown me the path to salvation. May the heavens reward you for this advice. I will do as you say." The merchant, who had overheard everything, smiled quietly to himself. He knew the ox was about to follow the donkey's cunning suggestion, and he wondered what consequences would unfold. The very next morning, the ploughman entered the stable, ready to lead the ox to the fields. But he paused in surprise. The ox lay sprawled on the ground, breathing heavily, eyes shut, belly swollen, as though with sickness. The fodder from the night before remained untouched. The ploughman gasped, "Alas, the ox is ill." He ran to inform the merchant at once. The merchant, who knew the truth, shook his head with a knowing smile. "If the ox cannot work today, then yoke the donkey in his place. Let him plough the fields." The ploughman obeyed immediately. He placed the heavy yoke on the donkey's neck, and soon the poor animal was dragged to the fields. The donkey had never ploughed before. The earth was hard, the sun merciless, and the whip of the driver fell upon him again and again. The weight of the plough nearly broke his back. Hour after hour, he was forced to drag, stumble, and pull until his legs trembled. his body drenched in sweat. By evening, his hooves stumbled over every stone, and his breath came in painful gasps. When the donkey was finally unyoked, he could barely walk. His ears drooped, his back bore red welts, and his legs shook with exhaustion. Meanwhile, the ox, well fed and rested, lay comfortably in the stable. He chewed his fodder happily, his belly full, his mind light. When the donkey staggered in, bruised and broken, the ox greeted him with gratitude. "Oh dear brother, donkey, because of your wise counsel, I enjoyed a day of peace and comfort. I ate well, rested well, and felt no whip. How can I ever thank you?" The donkey groaned and collapsed in his stall, too weak to reply. He thought bitterly to himself, "Fool that I am! To help another, I destroyed my own comfort. In trying to lessen his suffering, I have multiplied my own." The merchant, watching all this unfold, could barely suppress his laughter. He knew the lesson had only begun. That evening, the merchant sat quietly in the stables once more, listening to the animals' conversation. The donkey, limping and aching, whispered urgently to the ox, "Brother, listen carefully. Tomorrow, when the plowman brings your fodder, do not pretend anymore. Rise quickly, eat heartily, and show your strength. Otherwise, you will perish." The ox, confused, asked, "Why do you say this, friend?" The donkey replied, "Because as I returned half dead from the fields today, I overheard the master speaking. He told the cook to call for the butcher and the tanner tomorrow. He said that since the ox is sick, they should slaughter him for meat and sell his hide. If you remain lying down, you will not see another sunrise. Save yourself. Eat well tomorrow. Stand tall and appear strong." The ox shivered in fear. "You have saved my life with this warning. May heaven bless you, noble donkey. I will follow your advice." The merchant, hearing all this, could not contain himself. He burst out laughing loudly. His wife, who was nearby, was startled. "Why do you laugh like that without reason?" she asked. The merchant shook his head. "It is nothing. I heard something amusing between the animals, that is all." But his wife pressed him. "Tell me what you heard. Why should you enjoy the secret alone?" The merchant grew serious. "I cannot tell you. If I reveal it, my life will end instantly." His wife's eyes narrowed. "You are lying. You only want to hide something from me. Did the one who taught you this secret die?" "No. Then why should you? You think you are clever, but I will not be deceived. You will tell me, or I will never rest again." The merchant pleaded with her. "Do not ask this. Your demand will bring disaster upon me. I beg you, let it go." But his wife grew stubborn. "No, either you tell me the secret, or I will starve myself and scream until I die." That night, she locked herself in her chamber, weeping and shouting. The merchant, helpless, tried to console her, but she refused to listen. By morning, she was still wailing. The merchant summoned relatives, elders, and friends to reason with her. They begged her to abandon her foolish demand, warning her that it would kill her husband. But she remained obstinate, deaf to all reason. Even the cries of her children could not soften her. The merchant sat outside, torn by despair. "If I speak, I die. If I stay silent, my wife may waste away. What shall I do?" As the merchant sat in gloom, he noticed his dog growling at the rooster, who was happily strutting among the hens. "How shameless you are," barked the dog. "Our master's life is drowning in sorrow. His wife is tormenting him. The whole household is in despair, yet you still enjoy yourself with the hens." The rooster flapped his wings and laughed. "Silly dog, why should I not enjoy life? What troubles me? The master's misery is his own making. Does he not know how to rule his own wife? Look at me, I have 50 hens, and all obey me. If one becomes stubborn, I deal with her swiftly. If our master had the courage to do the same, his troubles would end today." The dog tilted his head. "And what exactly should the master do?" The rooster replied with a smirk. "It is simple. He must take a strong stick, go into her chamber, and beat her soundly until she submits. Once she realizes her stubbornness brings only pain, she will give up her foolish demand. The merchant, hearing this, felt a strange relief wash over him. He realized the rooster was right. That night, the merchant entered his wife's chamber with a heavy stick. She was still sobbing and cursing, demanding the secret. He bolted the door from within and spoke sternly. "You wish to destroy me with your madness, but I will not let you." Then he raised the stick and struck. Blow after blow fell upon her until her cries changed from rage to fear, from defiance to pleading. At last, she collapsed at his feet, weeping. "Stop, my husband, stop. I will never ask again. Forgive me. I was foolish. I was blind." The merchant dropped the stick. "If you had not been so stubborn, you would have spared us all this suffering. Never again ask for what is forbidden." From that day, his wife never mentioned the secret again, and peace returned to the household. This story, told by the vizier to his daughter Scheherazade, was meant as a warning. "Do you see, my child?" said the vizier. "The donkey suffered when he meddled in another's affairs. The merchant's wife nearly killed her husband with her stubbornness. You live in comfort now. Why bring yourself into needless pain by insisting on marrying the king? He will kill you by morning. Abandon this madness before it destroys you." But Scheherazade, wise and brave, only smiled. "Father, your tale is clever, but it does not change my will. I know the dangers, yet I shall marry King Shahryar. Do not fear, my mind is set and my heart is steady." Her father groaned. "If you persist, I will punish you as the merchant punished his wife." Scheherazade replied calmly, "Do what you will, but I will not abandon my plan. If you refuse to present me, I will go to the king myself. Only through me will our land be freed from this curse." At last, defeated by her determination, the vizier bowed his head. He carried his daughter before the king, sorrow weighing upon him. King Shahryar, astonished by her request, warned, "Do you not know what fate awaits you by dawn?" Scheherazade bowed and answered, "I know, my lord, yet I come willingly." That night, as the king prepared to claim his new bride, Scheherazade asked but one request, that her beloved sister Dunyazad be allowed to spend the night with her. The king agreed, and when the hour grew late, Dunyazad whispered to her sister, "Tell me a story, one last time before morning takes you away." Scheherazade turned to the king. "If it pleases you, may I tell my sister a tale?" The king, curious, nodded. "Speak then, and let us hear this tale." And thus began the stories that would stretch into 1,001 nights, each tale postponing death, each story weaving wisdom, wonder, and survival.
If you like the story, then subscribe, share, and press the bell icon of the channel for more interesting stories.